Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nasze programy oferują wiele języków. Prosimy zobaczyć suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Supreme Master Ching Hai Vegan gratefully present the Shining World Compassion Award to Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue with respect and praises for your selfless efforts to safeguard our animal friends, plus $10,000 as a humble token of support for their medical care. May you and all involved always be blessed in God's benevolence. Giving hope to animal people in need. Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue, Part 1 of 2. Please continue watching to find out more.
Science and the practical test of thousands who live as abstainers from flesh food prove that the whole system of flesh eating is unnecessary. Henry John Williams, vegetarian.
Natalie Baksun means "How are you?" in Paiwan, a language spoken by the Paiwan people who are indigenous to Taiwan, also known as Formosa. Peaceful viewers, my name is Gu Su. The virtuous Paiwan people celebrate your good deeds and peaceful nature. Welcome to our show entitled Giving Hope to Animal People in Need, Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue, Part 1 of 2. Michelle McCowan, vegan, is the owner and director of Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue, a no-kill haven in Paradise Valley, a town in southern Montana, United States. This nonprofit specializes in providing lifelong care to special needs, older, and feral animal friends who have little to no chance of being adopted. Some have lost their homes, others would not be accepted by area shelters. The majority of her residents are feral cat persons, and in recent years, she's taking in retired sled dog people as well. Michelle started at a very young age, compassionately working with animal folk, loving, homing, and providing them with excellent care were her goals. Her love for animal people is just boundless.
As a toddler, I began working with animals in Ohio, raccoons, deer, a lot of raptors, snowy owls, hawks, things of that nature. We were licensed rehabbers. I came to know animal people through my family and their work, and I grew up with it. We were taking in lost, abandoned strays, and I would help with the feedings. And as soon as I could walk, I could pretty much help with everything. I learned how to deal with hard cases. I began working through high school with timber wolves and gray wolves. And in Ohio, it's different from Montana because you're allowed to work with wildlife like that as long as you're licensed. And the wolves that I took in, the wolves that I worked with are different from where I live now, where we're not allowed to rehab. We're not allowed to have a sanctuary for wolves. I thought that I could move to Montana and start a wolf sanctuary like I did in Ohio, and it wasn't possible.
Miss McCowan has 40 years of rescue experience and worked extensively with people from the cat and dog kingdoms.
I worked with sled dogs and huskies and wolf dogs, and so the hybrids, I began basically taking in the spent ones, the ones that were done working, ones that were abandoned, abused. I worked at Best Friends Animal Society, working with the pit bulls from Michael Vick's rescue, and the fighting dog. They taught me how to have patience for dogs that were horribly abused. And working with them taught me to work with the sled dogs and dogs that were not used to human interaction. Just like the wildlife, you could go near them, you couldn't touch them yet. And that taught me how to transition. So I kind of fell into doing dogs, cats, wolf dogs, and the sled dogs.
Due to many of the locals in her area believing that the lives of stray or feral feline persons are not worth saving, Miss McCowan must often intervene to protect them from harm.
With the cats, I only do ferals and strays because nobody else does. The shelters don't take them. If they're feral, they put them down, and I don't. I take in all the ones that they actually won't take. So the cast-offs that they won't take, they're welcome here, and they're welcome to live out their lives here. So I started in the area trapping, spaying and neutering, working with the spay-neuter clinics, making sure the whole area of the community was free of the stray and feral cats. I get a lot of calls from the community that there's a roaming cat or they want a cat removed, and it's normally a feral cat or a community cat. They won't allow TNR because they're basically used as target practice, the same way they use ground squirrels around here. Getting ready for hunting season, they use cats. So I will get calls and say, if you don't come and get this cat, we'll shoot it. So I start trapping, or somebody will let me know when they're hanging around by a dumpster somewhere in town. We also take in the missing ones and the ones that are lost, but it is difficult because they are seen as pests.
Vegan, because we respect all God's creation.
Humble viewers, let's take a short pause for a constructive message. We will be right back. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back to today's show, Giving Hope to Animal People in Need, Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue, Part 1 of 2, on Supreme Master Television. Michelle McCowan, vegan, shares how important education is and its role in teaching individuals to treat animal people with love and kindness.
Because I grew up working with animals, I understood them, I think, a little bit better than most people. They don't spend enough time with them. I know even with vegans, they're vegan, which is a great thing to be, start off being vegan, but they don't actually spend time with the animals. And I'd like to see them interact more and spread the awareness of just what animals are like. It's like raising children. They need a lot of attention, they need a lot of care. They're not just there for your purpose. I think education is a main thing. Start with kids. They're fearless. They want to touch, and teach them to do it the right way. Teach them to be calm and gentle. I think if we start with that, working with children, even in school as a teacher, that's how we started with everything, And get to the children first. Spend time with them and let them interact with the animals and learn about them, learn about why they eat certain things, learn about anything to do with them. And I think there's a real lack of knowledge there. The elementary school that I worked with here, we were doing that program up until COVID hit, and unfortunately then everything shut down. But each summer I still have a group of children come out from the Moss Science program, and they get to interact with the dogs and the cats and spend time with the horses. I used to work with a therapeutic riding center where we just groom the horses, and they were allowed to sit on them and touch them and just be close to an animal and learn about them. I want to do the same thing here. I think it's needed in this area.
Along with fundamentally important rescue work with animal persons in need of love and care, Michelle is passionate about conducting outreach to introduce them to the public.
National Dog Day, always in August. We do an event. We have people out just to interact with the animals and the dogs. They put us in the paper for that. We do events like that. And then in the summer we do market days on Saturdays. And I hold a booth, like a farmer's market. It's educational. But I hold an information booth and pictures of the animals, bring an animal, usually Sarah, my dog, and let people know what we do in the community. And so we hold certain events throughout the year. We don't get a lot of people up here, though. It's a little bit far out for people to travel to, but the community definitely comes together for things like that.
Thank you, Michelle McCowan and Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue for saving and improving the lives of animal folk in your area. We wish you all the best in your noble endeavors. Supreme Master Qinghai, Vegan, gratefully present the Shining World Compassion Award to Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue with respect and praises for your selfless efforts to safeguard our animal friends, plus $10,000 as a humble token of support for their medical care. May you and all involved always be blessed in God's benevolence. Supreme Master Qinghai, Vegan, is deeply grateful to the most merciful beloved God for all the financial help, comfort, and support to the afflicted and needy, and or any good cause over the years, as a humble vessel for His compassion and love toward His precious children. For more information on the Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue, please visit Facebook at Mountain Angels.
Vegan, judge for the fair treatment of the animal people.
Fantastic viewers, we appreciate your precious time with us today. Please tune in next Monday, February 13th for Giving Hope to Animal People in Need, Mountain Angels Sanctuary and Rescue, Part 2 of 2, to learn more about the saving of retired sled dog people. Coming up next is Pray for World Liberation, Part 2 of 5, on Between Master and Disciples. May God bestow upon you great compassion and mercy.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/GPGW.